Hi, it's me, Giggle. I hope that you are doing well. I'm actually doing pretty well. So it's been a couple days since my last entry, and surprisingly, no, I was about to. I was getting ready to tell a big lie. I was about to say I haven't cried in a week. That would be a lie. I did cry. I promise there'll be one time where I come in and tell you all good news that, yay, guys, I made it through 1 week without shedding a tear, which is actually kind of weird for me because there used to be times where I would go months without shedding a tear or anything, but that goes back into the whole not processing things and sponging and then having, okay, you get what I'm saying. So I think I've been trying to do this new thing and actually deal with my emotions as they come about. And unfortunately, they've just been appearing through tears. But I would rather shed just a couple of what I like to call them quiet tears where no one would know I was crying if they were around me. So I would rather them come out like that than in my breakdowns as I have been having. But anywho, enough about the lie I almost told. No crying. I wanted to talk about something that I'm just curious about for other people because I know that was a big thing for me. Let me rewind. I watched a video last week that was talking about something, and just in the video, something kind of sparked an emotion in me that I was like, oh, wow. And it was just talking about how maybe growing up, you might have felt like the black sheep or something along those lines. And I was like, oh my God. Yes. I didn't feel like a black sheep when it came to meeting people, making friends, XYZ, but I definitely felt like the black sheep in my family. And to this day, it sort of kind of affected me and maybe still is just a little bit because I don't feel that, it's so hard to say. It's not hard to say. I do feel like my family sees me and they understand me. However, growing up, and maybe black sheep's not the right word, but definitely when it came to me and my brother, I felt like there was a clear difference. And it was frustrating because I felt like a lot of my family members paid more attention to him. And I kind of got swept to the side a little bit because I guess I was quote unquote more responsible and I kind of had my affairs in order, or I knew what I wanted. And that wasn't necessarily the full case with my brother. And so I felt that I kind of got ignored and I had to figure things out kind of on my own, especially when it came to going to college. Whereas literally everybody in my family was kind of like on my brother, trying to help him figure things out. And I'm like, well, I would love some help too. I'm like 17, 18 years old trying to figure things out on my own. And he's 21, 22, we're a couple years apart. So it was really frustrating. And I always just kind of felt like because I was the more responsible one, no one cared about me. And that's not the case, but that's just how I received it as a teenager. And then even kind of going through life in my adult life, some of that has still kind of played out a little bit in the fact that he was still figuring out life and he's still this and he's still that. Meanwhile, I sort of kind of had things lined up. I had a plan and goals and this. And so then I still felt like I was being ignored. And it's so frustrating when you're like, well, God, why doesn't anybody pay attention to me? Or why doesn't anybody think I need help? Or is it there for me? And so it's so frustrating feeling like because I'm the responsible one, that I don't need help or guidance or attention just as much as my brother does. And some of that is still true to this day. And I feel that my family gives my brother a lot more pass when it comes to certain things than I do. Or everyone looks at me to pick up the pieces. And when I tell you, oh my God, I just be like, wait a second, there are two of us. Why is it all on me? Why is it all on me? There's never a time to sit down to be like, hey, yo, we need to have a brother-sister chat. Please and thank you. There just doesn't feel like a right time to say anything to him. But at the same time, I can't be responsible for everything that happens here on out because you want to disassociate from life and your family. Whew, okay. Let me reel it in some. Because I was about to spill way too much tea for y'all. So let me reel it in. As the younger sibling of two, as the one who has been stamped and labeled the responsible one, that's a heavy load when everyone turns their head towards you to figure things out. And he gets a pass by not being involved. Whew. I'm glad I'm getting some of this off my chest though. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that and wonder if maybe you are going through something like this, or if you feel like you've kind of always been the black sheep, or and I use that because lack of a better term, or just felt like your family thought, oh, you're good, you have it all together, and they focus on maybe another sibling who may not be as together as your family likes to think you are, and then feeling like you always are bearing this responsibility of being the one to take control and make decisions and do this because your family has branded you. Yeah, let me know how that's going for you, how you feel about it, and if you found a way to either A, have a conversation with your family or your siblings about how you can't be the only responsible one. Because I would love some help here. This is a conversation I've been meaning to have with my brother for a very long time. And I just don't know where to begin because my brother and I hardly talk as it is. Oh God, I'm spilling so much tea. My brother and I hardly talk as it is. And it's not from we have beef or anything. I get it. We're both adults. We have our own lives. We're doing our own things. Insert other excuse here. He lives like an hour and a half from me. And I honestly can't remember the last time I've seen my brother. If I don't hear from my brother, it's because I haven't reached out. It's because I haven't sent a text message or picked up the phone to call him. But here we go. Why is it always my responsibility to do that? Y'all see where I'm going here? I was getting so kind of wrapped up in my emotions. I had to stop recording, take a moment, and breathe and come back. So on that note, we're going to wrap this thing up. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, week. Just go out and conquer the world, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.